stands for is Leaders Voice, United Voice Youth Advocates of New Mexico. And a little bit about me is I'm 18, I aged out. I am currently a senior in high school, soon to start college, and I'm also a volleyball player and a singer.
Hello. Hi, my name is Armando. I am a youth. I'm part of Levia as the social media coordinator, and I live in Paris, and I am a freshman this year at CNM.
Okay. So a little bit about me. I first came into foster care at 11 years old due to my mom not being well. She had several strokes and seizures. So I first came into foster care. I was in treatment foster care until I was 13 years old. Had a lot of resentment, anguish, sadness, anger, a lot of emotions, and I didn't know how to get it out other than being angry and throwing, I guess you can say, fits, and to the point to where like I just ended up blacking out and not knowing what I was doing. So I stayed in treatment foster care for a long time. I turned 13 in treatment foster care, and I went home to my mom for about 6 months, and she ended up having more strokes and seizures. So I ended up staying with my grandma for a little bit until she had come home. When she came home, she was on a lot of medication, and me and her ended up getting into an argument, and a physical fight broke out between us. Mainly because I got tired of the constant being put down, the constant being hit by family that was supposed to love me. And I just finally, one day, I just got fed up with it and I fought back. And I ended up in trouble for it. I ended up in juvie because my mom had more marks on her than I did on me. But later on, my JPO that I ended up with advocated for me because she realized I'm really not a bad kid. I just had years and years and years of physical, mental, and sexual abuse built up that I just took for years and years and years. And then I finally just blew up. I ended up back in foster care. My mom kicked me out at 14. I stayed in foster care until I aged out. I was in 35 plus homes, mainly because a lot of the foster parents that I was with didn't want to deal with somebody that had anger issues. That was a self-harmer. I used to cut. I don't anymore. So I had a lot of sadness in my heart, feeling unwanted and not accepted for who I was, because nobody understood what I was going through. Nobody understood why I acted out the way I did, because nobody ever listened to me. So I'm very grateful for being here today, because if it wasn't for foster care and love, I would not be standing in front of you today. I would probably be sad, but honest truth, I'd probably be dead. Along the way in foster care, I met a lot of mentors, and to this day, I speak to those mentors because they helped me, and a lot of stuff that helped me in foster care was that one person believing in me, that I could be better, that I could do it, and very first time I ever got told that I was something greater than what I thought I was when I was in New Day here in Albuquerque, and I had been put on suicide watch, and the supervisor at the time, her name was Jen Kirkman. She stayed in the bathroom with me for hours on end, listened to me cry, and just bawl and tell myself that I don't belong here. And so her telling me after I had stopped crying that I will do great things in life as long as I have that one support made a whole difference in my life, because that's the day that I started to grow myself and become better. And that increased more in 2015 when I joined Levia, when I went to my first LIY conference. I didn't know how to use my voice. 2.5 years ago, I didn't think I'd be in front of people speaking, because I was shy. I was so shy, and me and Crystal were talking about it on the way up here. She's like, I remember the first LIY conference you went to, you wouldn't talk to anybody, you were afraid to raise your hand, you were just alone, and you wouldn't talk to anybody at the table, and it's crazy how far I've come in 2.5 years, how far I've come, and I'm here to tell you guys that, like, no matter what, always believe in youth, because youth is the future. We are the future. We are building this earth, especially Loveville. We are building foster care to be a better place for youth, so they don't go through what we went through. So they don't get moved from home to home to home, feeling unwanted, and stuff like that. And it's just so to kind of back up, my past, everything kind of started when I was 5 years old. My mom was in and out of the house. She was living with boyfriends and stuff. So I stayed with my grandma a lot of the time. And my grandma physically abused me until I was 11 years old. And nobody believed me that it was happening. My mom still didn't believe me until 2014, until my brother told her what he saw. That he saw this going down, and he felt so hopeless he couldn't do anything. So, and then after I went back home to my mom when I was 13, the abuse didn't stop. My mom continued it. She made me feel like I couldn't be anything more than what I am today. That I couldn't be any more than the dirt that people walked on. And I tell you, it just takes that one person to believe in you, to light the fire in your soul that can never be put out. I mean, this is the second time I've stood up in front of people and spoke about my life story. And I'm just so pumped to do it because I get to make a difference in the system I grew up in. So to fast forward, 9th grade year in high school, I was being bullied really badly. I always had been bullied for the way I looked, my size, me having a lazy eye and stuff like that. I was always put down for that, and so that didn't help with anything I was going through. It made me feel worse. And then I dropped out. I dropped out of high school. And I was always told that I would be 15 and pregnant, that I'd have a kid by the time I was 18. I don't. Just so you know. I was always told that I wouldn't amount to anything, that I wouldn't be able to do anything. And it's like, I'm here standing today as proof that they were wrong. They're wrong. Don't listen to what they say. And I know you guys are foster parents, so this doesn't really fully apply to, it more applies to the youth. But, sorry. I'm just like very emotional about this because me standing up here and telling my story is making a difference. And I get told on the daily that I'm so strong when I tell my story, and it feels amazing. I mean, some of the good things that are happening now, like I said in the beginning, I'm now a senior in high school. I graduated in December. I was supposed to graduate in May, but I will walk the line in May with my class and get my diploma. I have hired my singing career. I started a YouTube channel about 1.5 years ago. I hit 146 subscribers last night. I'm now a youth advocate. I'm using my voice for something good, like I always knew I could. I'm a born leader. I've been accepted into college even before I graduated high school. And these are like, I don't want to just talk about the bad because this is supposed to be able to help you guys see that supporting your youth can make a whole difference in the world. A lot of my foster parents told me that I was going to end up dead. And I know that's horrible, but they're like, if you keep going down the road, you're not going to live. And I knew they were right, but I didn't listen to them because I had so much hate in my heart. Because I blamed the foster care system and CYFD for me being taken away from my family. It wasn't until 2016 that I started fully realizing that it was doing me good. Me being in foster care, I mean, I have so many benefits now that I aged out. Being in foster care helped me, and I want people to know that it helped me. Because a lot of people have that stigma about foster parents and foster care and CYFD that it's bad because all they see is the bad on the news. But it's not all bad. There's people that are actually willing to be there and support you and just make you grow and make you feel like you have the world at your hands. And like I said, I didn't have the best experience in foster care at first, and it wasn't the best. It just, I don't know how to explain it. The best I can explain it is try putting yourself in a foster youth shoes, being moved every other month, being told or disciplined for stuff that they don't even understand why you're acting out because they don't talk to you. They don't ask what's going on in your head. They just automatically think they know what's best for you. And sometimes you gotta ask the youth, because the youth are harder on themselves than foster care or any CYFD worker will ever be, because of that reason. And so, I mean, I love that I can tell my story because it's a success story. I came from here and now I'm up here, and it's amazing. And I'm not afraid to talk up here in front of people anymore. The very first time I was shaking. I was shaking to death. And now I'm barely even nervous because I'm so confident about doing this. And it just feels so amazing, and I hope that my story can help you guys. So to kind of go back, the first time I ever met Crystal, I was just crazy. I was nervous, shy, like I said. And when I heard about Lovia, I was like, what's that? You know, and they told us what it was. And then I started a couple months later with Lovia. And marking my 2 years was LIY conference of this year. And it's just, I have a fire so deep in my heart, so lit, inflamed, that it can never be put out. I told Crystal, I was like, you guys cannot make me stop going to Lovia until I absolutely have to stop. Because it's such a great organization. I mean, they help you with learning how to use your voice. They help you with building self-esteem. They help you feel welcomed. It's like a family. That's how I explain it. I told Crystal, I was like, it's like a family. I mean, we may not be actually family, but it's really, really like a family, because they're there for you when you're sad. They're there for you when you need to be picked up. They're there for you when you've succeeded. And all of this. One thing that I didn't say, I didn't end up going because I decided to finish school. But when I told them I had this audition, I had so many applauses that I cried. I was supposed to go to American Idol on the 31st. But like I said, I decided to finish school because they told me that if I was to go to American Idol, it would completely set me back in my graduation plan and graduating in December and everything. So I did decide to do that. But next year I am going to go to American Idol because I'm not going to be in school, and I won't start college until the fall. So I'm really excited about that. And that's just a little bit about me and my success story.